Hello students, today we are here with the worksheet number 28 from Directorate of Education from your chapter Life Process. And today we discuss a new life process, that is transportation. Students, as you know, human beings like other multicellular organisms need a regular supply of food and oxygen, and this function is performed by our circulatory system. Although food, oxygen and all necessary nutrients supplied to our body through the blood, but blood also need a pumping organ which pump the blood to all over the body. And what is that pumping organ? Our heart. And this system is called circulatory system. And this system is responsible for the transport of the various substances in the human body. What is the human circulatory system, students? It is composed of the three things: heart, blood vessel, blood and limb. What is the heart? It is a pump. It pumps the blood around the body. And what are the blood vessels? They are arteries, veins and capillaries. And what is the blood and limb? It is a medium for transportation. So first we study about our pumping organ, that is heart. Student, do you know what is a heart? Which type of organ it is, and what is the size and what is structure, shape? So all your questions are cleared by that worksheet. Please listen carefully. Students, heart is a muscular organ. Why it is called muscular organ? Because it is composed of cardiac muscles and it is continuously contract and relax and making a sound lub dub lub dub lub dub. Okay students, it is big as our fist. What is the size of our heart? Big as our fist. And the human heart is composed of, student, 4 chambers, that is right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium. So student, upper 2 chambers are called atrium and the lower 2 chambers are called the ventricles. Okay, what is this? Heart. It is a muscular due to cardiac muscle. Secondly, its size is as big as our fist. And thirdly, it is composed of the 4 chamber. Upper 2 chambers are called atrium and lower 2 chambers are called ventricle. Okay students, this is the structure. Firstly, we discuss about that structure. Students, it is your factophile. The heart beats about 72 times per minute. It means in a normal adult, what is the heart beating rate? 72 times in a minute. And a heart pumps 70 ml in one cardiac cycle. So students, this is the structure of the heart. This is a very complex diagram according to you. I have given a link in your description. In that link, when you open that link, you've seen a video in which I taught how to draw the diagram of a heart in easy 5 steps within 2 minutes. So student, please visit the description and open that link for making the heart diagram so easy in 2 minutes. Okay, now listen carefully how heart work as a pumping organ. So students, pulmonary veins brought the pure blood, and that pure blood it pour into the left atrium. When left atrium contracts, student, the blood enters into the left ventricle and the left ventricle contracts, then this blood moves to aorta and by aorta it is supplied to our body. Okay student, whenever this blood by aorta supplied to our body, then vena cava from the lower body and the vena cava from upper body collect the impure blood and pour that impure blood into the right atrium. Then right atrium, when contract, it supply that blood into the right ventricle, and through the right ventricle it goes to the heart by pulmonary arteries, and lungs here filter that blood, and again this filtered blood through pulmonary vein entered into the left side of heart. So student, heart enters and moves twice our heart, so it is called double circulation. Got it? Now let's study about that. From the lungs. So student, from the lungs, the oxygen rich blood comes to the left atrium. On contraction, this transfer to the left ventricle, and from it goes to the body, and from the body the deoxygenated blood student collected and come into the right atrium. On contraction it passed to the right ventricle and then to the lungs for the oxygenation. Students, do you notice here that ventricles have the thicker muscular walls? Why? Because ventricles have to pump the blood to whole of the body. So it is very important, student. And what is the function of walls? Walls ensure that the blood doesn't flow backward through atria. It is also very important point, student. What is the function of walls? Walls are present in the veins because veins carry deoxygenated blood and they ensure that blood doesn't flow backward. And what is double circulation? I explain you that blood travels twice through the heart in one complete cycle, so it is called double circulation. Next is our arteries and veins, blood vessels. So student, arteries. What is arteries? Arteries are distributing vessels because they distribute pure blood to whole of the body. Veins are collecting vessels because they collect impure blood from all over the body. They carry oxygenated blood to heart to body parts, except pulmonary artery. This artery contain impure blood. Okay. Veins carry deoxygenated blood from body to the heart except pulmonary vein. Only pulmonary vein carry the pure blood. Arteries have, student, thick and elastic walls as blood emerges from heart under high pressures. Why they have elastic walls? Because they have to pass the blood from heart to body under high pressure, and they have thin and less elastic walls. They do not have walls, student, but they have walls to ensure that the heart flow only in the one direction. It means it ensures that blood do not backflow. They are deep seated beneath the tissues. They are not visible to you, student, but the veins are very superficial as compared to arteries, and you can easily see the veins in your body parts. Whenever you close your fist, observe your wrist, the green and the purplish and the blue color veins you see. They are green, purplish, blue because they carry the deoxygenated blood. Okay, students. Next is our capillary. These are the blood vessels that have single cell wall and they convey the blood away from the tissue. Got it? Next is our blood. So student, blood have two type of components, solid and the liquid. In blood solid component there are RBC, platelets and WBC. What is the function of RBC, students? It carry oxygen and carbon dioxide and it contain hemoglobin which impart red color to RBC. And you have to study that box also, that hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment, student, which has very high affinity to oxygen. When hemoglobin combine with oxygen, it form oxyhemoglobin. Next is our platelets. They help in the blood clotting. Student, whenever you got any injury or the wound, there is a bleeding start, and this bleeding stop after some time. Why? Because platelets help in blood clotting. It forms a clot over that space so that there is no much loss of blood from our body. Next is, student, WBC. They help in producing antibody and they also produced a defense mechanism, so they are called the soldiers of our body. Next one is plasma. It is a yellowish fluid, student, in which all these cells are suspended, and it also helps in the transport of food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste in the dissolved form. Last one is our lymph. It is a tissue fluid, student. It escapes from the blood capillaries into intercellular spaces. It is similar to the plasma, but it contains less protein. What is the function, student? Main function, it assists in the transportation. Second, it destroying the germs, and the last one, it play a role in immunity system. This is our lymph, very important part. Let's practice some question. Draw a well-labeled diagram of human heart. So student, you can draw the diagram of human heart from that worksheet, from NCERT book, or from the link which I provide you in the description box. You can visit that link, student, positively to learn how to draw easy diagram of heart. Second difference between arteries and the veins. Difference is given up to you, student. So this is the answer of your second question. The third one question is write the functions of the components of blood. So student, this you have to draw that table. This is your third answer. Functions of the components of blood. Fourth one, give reason arteries are thick-walled blood vessels. Why arteries are thick-walled blood vessels, students? So this is the answer. Arteries are thick blood vessels because they have to immerse the blood under high pressure. So this is the answer of your fourth question, A part. Why the veins have valves? So this is the answer of your B part, students. Veins have valves to ensure that the blood move only in one direction. The last question is write about the lymph. What is lymph? So it is your fifth answer, student. This is the lymph and its function. I think this worksheet is clear up to you. You can understand what is the function of arteries, veins, how transportation occur in human being, and the diagram of heart actually. And please student, visit the link given in the description so that you can learn easy diagram of the heart without any confusion and fear. And if you like that worksheet, like our channel Learning Light, share among your friend circle and subscribe it to get the earlier notification of every worksheet. Thank you.